Imagine spiritual growth as a tree, constantly reaching towards the light, growing stronger and more deeply rooted in the earth with each passing season. It's about evolving, expanding, and elevating the essence of who you are. Let's explore this rich landscape together and discover the boundless potential that lies within each of us. 1. Self-discovery, the quest within. Self-discovery is the cornerstone of spiritual growth. It's an expedition to the heart of your being. But what does it mean to discover yourself? It's more than finding out your favorite color or your personality type. It's about understanding your deepest motivations, your innate talents, and the silent whispers of your soul. It's about recognizing the patterns of your life, the crossroads you've faced, and the decisions that have shaped you. Through practices like journaling, reflective meditation, and even the challenges we face, we come to see our truest selves. This understanding is not just for self-improvement, but for aligning with a purpose that resonates with the core of who you are. 2. Mindfulness, the art of presence. Mindfulness, the art of being here now, in the breath in the step, in the heartbeat of the present. A simple act yet profound in its depth. How often do we truly dwell in the now? The mind a time traveler, always a step ahead or a pace behind. Mindfulness calls us back to the present, to the richness of this very moment. It whispers, why wander in yesterday or tomorrow, when today is alive before you. In the act of mindfulness, each thought, each sensation, each breath becomes a universe, a world to explore, a moment to live, a depth to experience. This is the essence of life, not in the grand events, but in the simple ones. The sip of tea, the warmth of the sun, the smile of a friend. Mindfulness teaches us the language of experience, spoken not in words, but in awareness. It shows us life in high definition, where colors sound and touch take on a vividness unimagined. The mundane becomes miraculous under the gaze of a mindful eye. A practice so simple, yet a discipline so challenging, for who has not been lost in thought, lost to the present, lost to themselves. Mindfulness, the anchor in the storm of distractions, a return to the center, a homecoming to the self. In mindfulness, find the space where thoughts slow and clarity dawns, a space where we can hear the whispers of intuition, the guidance of wisdom. The practice of mindfulness, a daily regeneration of the mind, a cleansing of the clutter, a renewal of perspective, a revival of the spirit. In this presence find the power to heal, to grow, to transform. Mindfulness, not a task, but a way of being, a path that leads to inner peace, to outer calm, to a life lived fully, a reminder that in the end, our most precious resource is not time, but attention, where we place it, how we use it, what we make of it. Mindfulness, the art of conscious living, the craft of intentional being, a gift we give to ourselves, a treasure we offer to others, a way to regenerate every day, every moment, every breath. 3. Meditation, the inner sanctuary. Meditation, the silent conversation between you and the universe. A practice not of thought cessation, but of thought observation. It begins with a breath, the inhale and exhale, the universal rhythm of life. In the quiet of meditation, find the space between thoughts, as expansive as the sky. Each session a step deeper into the self, a dive into the ocean of the subconscious. Here in the stillness, discover the language of your inner being. The mind, once a wild ocean, now a tranquil lake reflecting the depths below. Meditation, not an escape, but a return to the essence of being. A daily practice to center the spirit, to align with the cosmic pulse. In this inner sanctuary, peace becomes not just a concept, but an experience. The benefits manifold, from stress reduction to enhanced clarity of mind. A journey inward that reflects outward in every aspect of life. Embrace meditation as a key to unlocking the potential that resides within. A tool for transformation that is both subtle and profound. With each breath, with each moment spent in silence, witness the unfolding of the self. Meditation, the art of tuning into the frequency of your own soul. A path to understanding, a bridge to the divine. In the practice of meditation, find the crossroads, where the temporal meets the eternal. A meeting place for the mind, the body, and the spirit. Here in the sanctuary of self lies the wisdom of ages, the peace of the sages. Let the practice of meditation be a foundation upon which spiritual growth is built, a cornerstone of the temple of self-awareness. In the quietude of your inner world, hear the whispers of truth, the soul's dialogue with the infinite, an echo of the universe's vastness. Meditation, a dance of stillness, a harmony of self with the cosmos. A practice as old as humanity, a legacy of our search for meaning. In this space, find not just yourself, but the connection to all that is, a unity with the web of existence, a thread in the tapestry of life. Let meditation be the light that guides you through the inner realms, a beacon in the journey of spiritual growth, a guide to the treasures within. With each mindful pause, with each inward glance, cultivate the garden of your soul. And in this cultivation, find the blossoms of peace, love, and understanding. Meditation, the whispering path to spiritual awakening, a call to the seekers, a solace to the weary, a challenge to the complacent. In the silence, discover not silence, but the symphony of existence. A melody played on the strings of the heart, a rhythm pulsing in the quiet mind. Let this be the practice that opens doors to new realms of possibility, a voyage to the center of the self, a discovery of the boundless within. Meditation, the art of presence, the gift of the now, the essence of spiritual growth, a practice, a discipline, a joy. 4. The nature of consciousness. Consciousness, the final frontier within the human grasp, a realm where questions of existence, meaning, and reality converge. Explore this inner cosmos where the sense of I takes shape. Consciousness, not just a stream, but an ocean with depths untold. Each moment of awareness, a wave on its surface, each memory a current within. The study of consciousness, a bridge between science and spirituality, a quest to understand how matter becomes aware, how the brain becomes mind. In this exploration, find the interplay of perception and reality. Consciousness, the light that illuminates our inner world and shapes our outer experience. A mystery that has puzzled philosophers, sages, and scientists alike. The fabric of consciousness, woven from the threads of thought, emotion, and sensation. A tapestry that is ever-changing, ever-evolving, with the potential for transformation. In the understanding of consciousness, see the reflection of the universe within us, a microcosm of the macrocosm, a dance of energy and matter. The nature of consciousness, a subject as vast as the cosmos, as intimate as the cell. A journey into the heart of what it means to be alive, to be human, to be. With each inquiry into consciousness, expand the boundaries of self-knowledge, a discovery that what we perceive as reality is but a fraction of what is. Consciousness, the vessel for our journey through life, the navigator of our personal odyssey, a force that defies the limits of time and space, that connects us to the infinite. In the depths of consciousness, find the seeds of spiritual growth, the potential for enlightenment, for understanding, for peace. Delve into the nature of your own consciousness and awaken to the possibilities. A world within waiting to be discovered, a universe of thought and being. Consciousness, the enigma that, when unraveled, reveals the unity of all things, a realization that we are not separate, but part of a greater whole. In this unity, find the true essence of spiritual growth, a growth that is not just personal, but universal in its scope. Consciousness, the canvas upon which our lives are painted, a masterpiece in the making, with each of us holding the brush. Through the exploration of consciousness, come to see the artistry of the soul, the beauty of the mind, the wonder of the self. Let this understanding of consciousness be a guide to deeper insight, a beacon on the path to self-realization and spiritual maturity. In the embrace of consciousness, find the embrace of all existence, a communion with the all that is the essence of true spiritual growth. 5. The Labyrinth of Beliefs. Beliefs, the labyrinth within the mind, where truths and illusions dwell. A complex web we weave from the cradle to the grave. Each belief a thread in the maze, each thought a step along its paths. Navigate this inner labyrinth with care, for beliefs are the architects of our reality. Challenge them, question them, understand their origin and their power. Beliefs, the guardians at the gates of perception, the filters through which we see the world. Some beliefs empower, uplift, inspire, while others bind, restrict, confine. Discern the difference, choose with wisdom, for in this choice lies freedom. The labyrinth of beliefs, a construct of human thought, a product of culture and experience. Within its walls find the keys to unlock the doors of potential. Beliefs not static but dynamic, alive, evolving with every new insight. Examine them with the light of awareness and watch the walls of the labyrinth shift. The power of beliefs to shape, to mold, to create. A force as potent as any seen in the world of form. In the heart of the labyrinth, find the core beliefs that define you. Hold them to the light of truth and see which ones stand firm. Beliefs, the soil in which the seeds of spiritual growth are sown. Nurture them with care, for what grows from them will shape your path. The labyrinth, an inner sanctum of self-discovery and revelation. A journey to the center, to the truth, to the spirit. Beliefs, the stepping stones on the path to enlightenment. A path that leads ever inward to the source of all that is. 6. The Alchemy of Transformation. Transformation, the alchemy of the spirit, the transmutation of the base into the precious. A process not of changing who you are, but of becoming more fully what you are meant to be. The lead of the past, the gold of the future. The present, the crucible of change. Embrace transformation as the natural course of life, as the unfolding of the self. each experience a catalyst, each challenge an opportunity, each joy a celebration. Transformation, the shedding of old skins, the emergence of new possibilities. A dance of becoming, a symphony of change, a harmony of growth. The alchemist within seeks not to control, but to collaborate with the forces of life. In this collaboration, find the magic of the mundane, the sacred in the ordinary. Transformation, a journey not without its perils, but rich with its rewards. The promise of transformation lies not in a final destination, but in the journey itself. A journey marked by the milestones of personal breakthroughs and discoveries. In the alchemy of transformation, find the elixir of life, the essence of spiritual evolution. A process that is both personal and universal in its reach. Transformation, the fire in which the spirit is forged, the anvil upon which the self is shaped. In this fire and this forging, discover the strength, the beauty, the truth of who you are. 7. The rhythm of ritual. Ritual, the rhythm that moves through our days, the pattern that weaves through our lives. A sequence of actions, a set of practices, a cadence that grounds us in the sacred. Rituals give shape to our beliefs, lend form to our faith, bring structure to the chaos of existence. In the rhythm of ritual, find the heartbeat of the sacred, the pulse of the divine. Rituals, not mere repetitions, but acts of power, symbols of connection, anchors of the spirit. They remind us of the cycles of nature, the flow of time, the continuity of life. In the practice of rituals, see the reflection of the cosmos in the microcosm of our lives. A connection to the past, a bridge to the future, a presence in the now. Rituals, the language of the soul, expressed through the body, enacted in the world. A dialogue with the divine, a chorus with creation, a dance with the universe. In the rhythm of ritual, find the melody of the self, the harmony of being. Rituals, a path to transcendence, a way to touch the infinite, a means to manifest the inner into the outer. Embrace ritual as a tool for spiritual growth, a vehicle for expressing the inexpressible, a way to consecrate the everyday, to celebrate the journey, to sanctify the self. 8. The wisdom of letting go. Letting go, the art of release, the surrender of what no longer serves. A wisdom that comes not with force, but with the gentle grace of understanding. The leaves fall when it is time, without struggle, without fear. So too must we learn to drop the weights that bind us to the ground. Letting go is not loss but liberation, not an end but an opening to new beginnings. The burdens of the past, the worries of the future, the possessions that own us. In releasing them, find the space to breathe, to grow, to be. Letting go, the acceptance of change, the embrace of the impermanent. The flow of life is a river, and we but leaves carried on its currents. To resist is to be caught in the eddies. To let go is to flow towards the sea. The wisdom of letting go, a lesson taught by the setting sun, the waning moon, the changing seasons. A practice that teaches us the strength in vulnerability, the power in softness. In the act of letting go, we find the true strength of the spirit, a resilience that comes not from holding on, but from the freedom of release. Letting go, the final act of trust in the journey of the soul, a trust that what comes next is what is meant to be. In this trust, in this release, find the peace that surpasses all understanding. 9. The echoes of ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom, the echoes of the past that speak to the present, the voices of ancestors, the teachings of sages, the whispers of history. In their words find the timeless truths that guide us still, the principles that underpin the universe, the morals that navigate the moral compass. Ancient wisdom, not just stories or myths, but the distilled essence of human experience, a legacy left for us to discover, to interpret, to apply. In the echoes of ancient wisdom find the roots of all spiritual paths, the shared journey of humanity, in search of meaning, of purpose, of connection. These teachings are mapped to the treasures of knowledge, the jewels of insight. They tell us where we have been and hint at where we are going. In the reverence for ancient wisdom, find reverence for the journey of life, a respect for the depth of human inquiry, the breadth of human achievement. Ancient wisdom, a light from the past that illuminates the future, a beacon that guides us through the darkness, a star that leads us home. In the study of the old, find the seeds of the new, the ancient becoming the avant-garde, the old ways reborn in the now. 10. The Tapestry of Community. Community, the tapestry woven from the threads of individual lives, a fabric that binds us together in a pattern larger than ourselves. In community find the reflection of the self, multiplied and magnified, a place where the spiritual journey is shared, where burdens are lightened by collective strength. Community, the crucible in which individual growth is tempered by the wisdom of the group, a shared space where the joys of one become the joys of many, the sorrows of one the lessons for all. In the embrace of community find the warmth of belonging, the strength of common purpose, a unity that does not erase individuality, but celebrates it. Community, a mirror that reflects our common humanity, our shared destiny. In this reflection, see not just the self, but the many selves that make up the whole, a diversity that enriches, a unity that empowers, a harmony that sustains. Community, the chorus of voices that sings the song of life, a melody that is richer for the variety of its notes. In the tapestry of community find the threads of your own story interwoven with others, a story that is greater for its connections, for its intersections, for its shared chapters. Community, the garden in which the flowers of individual souls bloom together, a garden that is beautiful for its diversity, its color, its life. Conclusion: the harmony of spiritual growth. Spiritual growth, the symphony of the soul's journey, a harmony composed of many parts, each essential, each unique. In this growth find the melody of your own path, the rhythm of your own heart, the journey of spiritual growth, not a solitary walk, but a communal dance, a shared experience that connects us to each other, to the earth, to the divine. In the conclusion of this topic find not an end, but a beginning, a point of departure for new explorations, for deeper questions, for higher ascents. Spiritual growth, a process without finality, an evolution without bounds, a becoming that is endless as the sky, as profound as the deepest sea. In the reflection on spiritual growth see the journey of the ages, the quest of all seekers, the pilgrimage of all souls, a journey that is both inward and outward, that spirals to the center and expands to the infinite. In this reflection find the awe of existence, the wonder of being, the significance of spiritual growth, not just in the realm of thought, but in the world of action. a philosophy that is lived, a spirituality that is embodied, a wisdom that is enacted. In the summing up of this theme, find the threads that bind the topics together, a tapestry that tells a story that is still being written, the story of you, of me, of us. In this story, find the lessons of the past, the challenges of the present, the promises of the future, spiritual growth, the unfolding of the individual within the weave of the whole, a growth that is nurtured by every experience, by every belief, by every letting go. In the embrace of this growth, find the embrace of life in all its fullness, a fullness that overflows into every aspect of existence. In the closing of this segment, find not a conclusion, but an invitation to continue the journey, to keep exploring, to keep growing. Spiritual growth, a path that leads ever onward, ever upward, ever homeward. A path that is yours to walk, in your own way, at your own pace. In this walking, in this growing, in this becoming, find the joy, the peace, the love. That is the birthright of every soul. And so we end this chapter only to begin the next, with hearts open, minds awake, spirits soaring. Until next time, keep seeking, keep growing, keep shining. Your journey is a gift to the world, a light in the darkness, a step towards the dawn. Spiritual growth, the art of living, the craft of becoming the essence of all that is sacred. A journey that we share, a destiny that we co-create, a story that we write together until we meet again on this journey of awakening. May your path be blessed, may your growth be fruitful, may your spirit be awakened.